The older I get, the more I realize no one has any idea what they're actually doing, and everyone is just pretending. That's a quote by an unknown someone, and I think it's a very interesting quote because it's so true. You know, for instance, the best example I can give you is something that you can identify yourself with. Well, I think, of course, when we were a kid, remember how we used to look up to our teacher and think how we back then thought that that teacher knew everything. You could ask him anything in the world and he'll have an answer. And then, the longer you're in school, the older you become during your school time, the more you realize that, your teacher is just a guy like you, just a person. He doesn't have all the answers, he can give his perspectives and his ideas, but in the end, he's just like one of us, a living creature that's just, experiencing life. Doesn't have all the answers. And do you remember how we used to look up to them? And, it's like the more I grow up, the more I realize the bitter truth. And the bitter truth is that most people have no clue whatsoever. And when I talk about most people have no clue, there are two sides of the medal. The first side is, they have a brain imbalance. They're either left-brained thinking, they let the logic rule them, or they're right-brained thinking, they let emotions rule them. And, there are very interesting studies, published about this, that, the vast majority of the human population has a brain imbalance. And especially in the West, we have an imbalance to the logic part of our brain. And anyways, what this brain imbalance results into is mainly breaking character, which I spoke about in my previous video. Doing things in the heat of the moment that aren't you. It's like a defensive mechanism because you're overwhelmed by the situation and by what's going on, so you break character. And it's generally said, it's something that you always regret after later on. And then the other side of the medal is, it's so interesting that to say that most people have no clue is because what is the clue of life? Is there a purpose? And that itself is a very philosophical, deep, hard question to answer. Maybe food for another video, because there's no way I'm gonna do this in this one way too long, to give my perspective enough. But anyways, people are so caught up in the grind of life, with the bills and the mortgage, the family dinners, the nights out with their friends, their job, everybody is so caught up in life, that they stopped looking for answers. They stopped being curious, and they just swallow. They just swallow life, and they just take it in day after day after day, and they forget living. And it's interesting to see, but it's also sad, I think, in a way, because what is the purpose of life? I don't know. I'm gonna be honest, I don't really know what the purpose is of life. I think in the grand scheme of everything, there's truth in saying that everything is meaningless, but at the same time, nothing is meaningless in the moment. And I think it's like I can give a great example. For instance, I think that most people are aware about quantum mechanics, how our physical reality at the utmost zoomed in level is an entire illusion, and it's basically energy and vibrations, at utmost level. If you take an atom and you magnify it 1,000,000 trillion bajillion times, you'll see that the neutron, the heart of the atom, is like the size of a fist, and the protons and the electrons floating around it, they are city blocks away from the fist, and basically meaning that everything exists 99% out of air. And I'm getting way offline here, but what I'm getting at here is that having the knowledge about something doesn't mean that it takes the merit away of the beginning of the realization. if you fall. You know, this is kind of getting deep, I know, but what I'm trying to get at here is, you know, knowing that at the end of the day everything is meaningless doesn't mean that the moment right now is meaningless. You know, knowing that our physical reality is an illusion doesn't make the experience of the physical reality real. And you know, that's just something interesting to think about. But is there a purpose of life? You know, to be honest, I don't really know. Like I said, it's food for another video. But you know, to give a small tip of the iceberg of what I think about it, I think a lot comes down to what you want in life and who you are as a person. I think purpose is something the individual gives himself. And you know, with that being said, I'm gonna end this video. Subscribe for more videos in the future. Leave a like, leave a comment, tell me what you think about what I just said, and I'll catch you all later. Peace.